What's happening, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the channel. All right, we got some Logan Mailloux content today from a very reliable source. Some of you will remember OHL analyst Brandon Caputo from another video I did with talking about Arbor Jackeye and his great analysis of Jackeye from the Hamilton Bulldogs playoff run. So Brandon wasn't able to join us today, but he was able to break down a lot of Logan Mailloux content for us, being that he was right here in Niagara the other night, where I would have been myself to watch him, but I was in Buffalo watching the Habs beat the Sabres, so didn't have a chance to go through it all. But Brandon was kind enough to give us an analysis that we can break down. Even just, I know it's only one game, but he had a lot of stuff, and I thought, you know what, the content Brandon gave us was worth doing in a video just to talk about it, and also going to show you a highlight video. So stay tuned. In fact, why don't we start with the highlight video just so that we can take a look, so you guys can gather for yourselves a bit of an analysis if you like. So I'm going to take myself out of the video for a moment, and then it's only about a minute and a half clip or so, including Mailloux's overtime winning goal against the Ice Dogs the other night. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this, and yeah, let's get right into this, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
I think they all do. I think Mickey Mantle played. Have a game chance out of open. Oh.
That's what I mean. They do it every time. Every time. Yeah,
Every time, as Brandon, I don't know who that was, but it was near. That wasn't Brandon actually saying that, but anyway, just messing around. But all right, so he's got a bunch of stuff there. Now, again, like I said, this is only one game, and if you didn't know, Mailloux is number 24 in that clip, so I'm sure you guys could figure that out. So again, analysis from Brandon Caputo on Logan Mailloux. So here's Mailloux's strengths: big body, rocket of a slap shot, long reach, can jump up in the play when needed, as you saw very clearly evidenced in the overtime winner there. And I'm going to go into, let's go into things for Mailloux to work on. So this is Brandon's analysis of stuff that he needs to improve. Skating needs some work. When he does jump up in the play offensively, it is hard for him to get back on the transition to the defensive zone. Difficult for him to handle speedy forwards coming down the wing on his side, but he has a very gifted and active stick that can get him out of trouble despite his mobility issues at times. All right, so more attributes. Let's talk about more of the positive, of course. Does a good job of getting in passing lanes in front of his own net and crease with the long stick, but can sometimes be out of position when going for a big hit behind the net, losing a man out in front. You might have saw that he kind of lost his man in the one sequence there in the video where, of course, a goal was scored, but he was kind of away from the play at that point when the puck did eventually go in, but he was a little flat-footed at the blue line there in one of those sequences as well. More attributes here. No one in the game against the Ice Dogs could move him. He was by far the biggest presence on the ice, and one of the clips is Evan Klein, who's not a small guy, trying to hit Logan, and Logan stood him up, as you guys saw him kind of lay him out there. So a pretty quick analysis there from Brandon Caputo, but I mean, by the looks of it, Logan is at the very least, hopefully we get a full season out of him, first of all, in London this year, because as we know, he was injured last year, and now that the Canadians have signed him, I mean, he's a project for them. So hopefully, he just gets better and better. And you know what? Let's pull up his stats temporarily here, just kind of doing this on the fly a little bit, but obviously his numbers aren't too bad through the first several games here with the London Knights this season. So let's just go ahead and pull them up And if Hockey DB was pulled up already, I wouldn't have to make you guys wait. All right, here it is. So in 5 games played so far with the London Knights this season, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points, of course, and then his plus minus is an even 0. Last season, Logan only played 12 games, as we know, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points in those 12 games. Now, he had an outstanding season in 1920, just before COVID, with the London Nationals in the GOJHL. In 48 games played, 18 goals, 51 assists for 69 points in those 48 games. Now, the competition, of course, not nearly as good, maybe, but I mean, it's still something. So it's still something to talk about. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the analysis of Logan for one game. We're not going to, dive too much more into it than that. It's still just one hockey game, and the Niagara IceDogs are not doing very well. So you can only glean so much from it. But those are some positive attributes from Brandon, and also some honest ones about things that you can work on. So just thought I'd deliver that for you guys today. So that's pretty much all I got, guys. All right. So if you want to check it out, I did my live post-game reaction at the Sabres game the other day in Buffalo. I'll put the clip up here for you guys. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. All my best, guys. Cheers.